Three players who have an increased role in 2025. It's funny because when I think of an increased role in 2025, I think of a lot more than three players. Like, just on the offensive line, I think Matt Lee is going to have a way more increased role in 2025. Same thing with, Yoshi, I would assume, has a bigger role in 2025. Just from the offense, actually, those are like the only two guys I can think of that will have like increased role. Defensively, we already know Joseph Asai is going to have an increased role. Myles Murphy has to have an increased role, for being honest. D tackle wise, Chris Jenkins, McKinley Jackson should have increased roles. Dax Hill will, because he's moving to cornerback, so that's automatically increased role. I'm hoping Jordan Battle gets a lot more play time now that Lou's gone, because it seemed like Lou was the reason why he wasn't playing as much. So yeah, no, there's a lot of players. And then Cam Sample should have an increased role now that he's back from, his health issues. Sam Hubbard being gone, he should get more snaps. Momog Jungmita should get a lot more of an increased role if, us fans get any say so in that one. There are some people who think Tyson Anderson should get more of an increased role on defense. He's great on special teams, but I don't really know how well he's going to play as, on safety for us. As on getting more snaps on defense. But Anthony, our 7th round draft pick from last year, he definitely is going to get an increased role, I feel like, this upcoming season. So, and then Cedric Johnson. Okay, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of players. So 3 players is kind of crazy. Let's see. Myles Murphy. Myles Murphy will, because Sam Hubbard's gone, but it also will dictate depending on how good he develops, right? Got a new defensive line coach, a new defensive coordinator as well. It depends on how quickly he can develop. And also if anyone else is, increasing, and getting better beside him. So like, for example, Joseph Asai takes off. He might get more snaps than Myles Murphy. Same concept with Cam Sample. So it's kind of like, yes, Sam Hubbard being gone really helps out that, left end position, but there is still 3 big names at that position that all are going to try to get that starting job. And then we're probably going to draft somebody. There's a good chance we draft an edge rusher who also has a chance to take over and get more snaps. So Myles Murphy, again, I want him to be good so badly. I really do. But so far it's been kind of wishy-washy. But we got a new coordinator, a new defensive line coach. I'm holding out hope for him, and I think he could be really good. If we could see even like 3/4 of what we saw at Clemson, I think he could be really freaking amazing. Jordan Battle, baby. Put him out there. Maybe at middle linebacker. Would love to see Jordan Battle play at middle linebacker, in all honesty. Which a lot of people got confused about when I say that. What I'm saying is he needs to bulk up. Like, Jordan Battle needs to bulk up to like 245, 250, and then he will be put at middle linebacker. He's not going to be put at middle linebacker at this moment in time, being 6'1". I think he's like 210 or 215. He's not going to be middle linebacker there. But if you bulk him up to 245, 250, 6'1", at middle linebacker, that's not that bad. It's a little shorter, but it's not that bad for middle linebacker. And he could be very successful, which I would love to see that. Maybe draft a safety, get somebody else, on the other side of Geno Stone. Put Jordan Battle here. You have rotation for Dax Hill between slot corner and potentially safety. Maybe you bring back Mike Hilton potentially. I don't love the idea, but maybe you do that. So again, you have options, right? And that's really what this comes down to, is giving Al as many options as possible. So yeah, I would not mind that. And number 3 is Chris Jenkins, the mutant, which, there's been a lot of people talking about our upcoming year, right? And obviously BJ Hill is our starting defensive tackle, right? Number 2 defensive tackle, a lot of people are saying it's going to be TJ Slayton, which I really don't understand. Like, TJ Slayton's great, don't get me wrong, but he's majority of what TJ Slayton is good at is just run stuffing. He's a big guy, okay? He plugs the hole and he shuts down the hole. That's what he's good at. Chris Jenkins is a little bit of everything. He is also really good at run stuffing, but he can pass rush too. He was the strongest player in the last NFL draft, and he's a monster, and he's only going to get better now with a new defensive line coach, another year under his belt. I love Chris Jenkins, so I'm going to be very biased for him. I bought his jersey the second we drafted him. I was also the guy who said in December that we should draft him in the second round, and we took him. So I'm always going to be, extra excited for him, but I would say he should be our second D tackle. Like, it should go BJ Hill, Chris Jenkins, and then it should be TJ Slayton. And I still think McKinley Jackson's going to be good. There are a lot of people think that, us getting TJ Slayton kind of spells the end for McKinley Jackson, but he's only the second year in the league. He was a third-round draft pick. Out of the 2 third-round draft picks we took, him and Jermaine Burton, he seems like a better option so far. So I don't know. I don't really buy the narrative that, that spells the end for McKinley Jackson. But McKinley does have to have a good year, though. He really does. He has to start picking up this year and start playing pretty good. But third-round draft pick, that's at least some capital we put into him. So he's going to get his 4 years no matter what, and we'll see how it ends up turning out. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.